come in. I am Carol with CarolJo's. CarolJo's is an online jewelry and accessory business for women. I create jewelry and accessories, and we come on both YouTube and TikTok here, and we do tutorials, we do chat times, and we sell beads only on TikTok. I don't do that on YouTube. And we sell jewelry, which I do that on Facebook and on TikTok. So we're on different social medias doing different things. The schedule is varied now, so I'd say go check and make sure when I post the schedule to look at it. So today is part 2 of the bracelet that we started last night. We were making, here's the example of a finished one of the cha-cha bracelet, we call it. I'm going to show both of you here. It is just a whole lot of dangles on a chain. So we started this. So if you missed part 1, good morning, bows, balloons, and buttons. You can always rewatch it. Hi, Juana. I have that out on YouTube, and you guys should be able to see it now. So to get to YouTube, for those of you that are on TikTok, if you go to that CJS button at the top, that CJS, not button, it's a logo, sorry. The CJS logo, which stands for CarolJo's, and then go to the hyperlink in my bio that says Linktree, tap on that, and there's a list. Scroll all the way to the bottom of the list, and that is my YouTube. So that is where you can find part 1. And on part 1, we talked about the chain length. We talked about creating the dangles and how, how I picked the colors, that type of thing, or the beads. We talked about what kind of chain to use. And we talked about how to create the dangles on each one of these. Last night, we probably got to about this much of it. And I said I was going to do off camera because I do hour intervals for my my tutorials. I would do a lot more. So this is what I have gotten done so far. A lot of it was done off camera. And I will be totally honest with you, with the guys that, good morning, Cherie. The time that it took me to get to this part of it was about an hour. So we did an hour tutorial, which with a lot of descriptions, a lot of talk that you guys will need that information. So, and then I spent another hour doing this part of it. But I'll show you here again. Those are the colors that we put together. I think it's turning out cool. So, and what we're going to do today is that we're going to finish out. We still have a little bit of chain that I need to add the dangles to, and then we're going to put the closure on. I will be brutally honest with you guys. When I measured my chain last night, I have a 7-inch wrist. So that means I just need to go down just a little bit below 7 inches normally. I wasn't paying attention when I was adding in the dangles. A lot of these have 3 on them instead of 2 like we talked about, which means that it takes up, because if you look at it, you go from having this diameter to this diameter. And that takes up some of the inside portion that's going to be along your wrist. And when that happens, you need to make it longer. So as I was going, I kept checking it, and I ended up adding 5 links, which 5 links is about a 1/2 inch to the bracelet. So it is just a little bit over 7 inches for the chain now. But that was because of my doing, where I did 3 links instead of just 2. I said I was going to do 1 on each side of each link, and I ended up doing a lot of 3s. I went back and I'm like, why am I going through the beads so quickly? Like my dangles. And I was like, oh, don't ask me how I ended up doing that, but that's what I did. So I just want to be, and even adding in that extra one, it still was about an hour's worth of work. All right, I am bringing up my backup account because when I go down, I will not be able to see comments. So I'm going to bring up my backup account for TikTok so I can try to see the comments there. The YouTube, or so I'll be able to see those on TikTok. YouTube, I do not have a backup account, so I cannot see your guys' comments when I go down to show you what I'm working on. It's random, Cherie. It really, truly was. I honestly thought And this is where, okay, and why I did what I did, you guys will understand if I explain this. I had LASIK done a year and a half ago. So yes, I've had it for a year and a half, but this eye sees for distance and this eye is up close. There is a spot like right in here. I mean, right where you normally work when you're beading, that it is blurry for me. And it's because I have two different visions in my eyes. And so, um, you know, we've talked about what do I need to do when I'm doing jewelry. If I need to get like it's not exactly a reader, but it's really truly one eye will have a vision correction, so I can see in this. They call it the third it's third something. I can't think of the other word. And one eye would not have it. So one piece of glass in your eye would be nothing, and one would clear it up for me. And I just haven't made the decision to do that. I know it sounds really weird, but I just haven't just done it. And that's where I thought I was in the right link. And when I was going, I figured out I was not in the right link. So yeah, it's all part of LASIK. But see, I can see distance fine. I can see close up fine. It's just this one spot that is more like where you're from, like where you sit for your desktop up about 6-8 inches. That's an area that's blurry for me. And because of that, that is why I did what I did. Hi, Danielle. So, yeah. So, I also want to tell TikTok, if we get to 10 shares, 10K on the likes, we will do jewelry giveaway today. Since we're making jewelry, it'll be a jewelry giveaway day. So it's up to you guys if you want that. It's a freebie that I will give out. So it just means share, tap, that type of thing. And I will be honest with you guys, I don't know that our numbers for viewing today is going to be high on TikTok. The reason being is that there are two different individuals that are having pop-ups today, and both of them have the same style of pop-up. It is where you can go to their sites and purchase jewelry from other promoter or other creators like myself. And so one of them is Zuli Bella Boutiques is having a pop-up, and Stella, I cannot think of it, Bracelets, it's Anna. Both of them are having pop-ups at the exact same time today. So I can understand our viewing numbers are going to probably be down today. But if you guys want to do that, you're more than welcome to do that. All right. So that is what we have going on today. I'm excited to finish this. So let me get this pointed down and you guys can see some stuff here. So there's one camera. There's the other camera. So you guys are going to see my tools that I have laid out. For this project, for this portion of it, I need either one or two flat nose or needle nose pliers, a round nose plier, and my cutters. I had my ruler out to measure my length of my chain. I don't need any more, so I'm going to move it away. You will see I had a mat that had all the beads on it last night. So there was a ton of beads on here. This is all I have left for beads after creating everything. I have off to the side the 17 that I need to finish this. Well, hello, Ashu. So at today, I have to put all my beads away. Now today, because of having the closure portion of it today, I have two 6-inch split rings and I have my toggle closure added to it. The tool that I'm going to need for my closure will be a split ring tool, which I will pull out when we get to that portion. But I'm going to move my bead mat up so that I can just have this part right here without any beads in the way to work on. So this is how many links we have left to do on this bracelet. Hi, Rose. Oh, that's okay. I have actually not been live as much as I usually am because we have my granddaughter, which we call her Buttercup on here. And because of having her, I have not done as many lives in the last few weeks. Hi, Tuesday. I need to put my black line again on my tool so I can keep everything consistent. Totally up to you if you want to have that black line there. So, okay, last night after I got done with the live, I went on and watched a TikTok video live, which was Revival. She sells silicone beads, and I've told you guys if you want to buy silicone, you can sure go there. But she talked about getting marks on herself with all of her pens. First pen I grabbed today, and I marked myself. And I told her in the live, that's me too. As always, like we talked about last night, we are going to put that top bead, and our tool is right sitting on top of it. You go 90 degrees away, just using your index to push that around. Reposition the tool 45 degrees in that angle. Bring this one around with just using your index finger and your thumb. Position so that this is now on the top, and finish out that loop. So you will have a circle that looks like this. Open that up a little bit, and this is where you can decide, do you want to use a flat nose plier or your round nose to hold this? I use round nose. You find what's most comfortable for you. You put that dangle on the chain, on one side of the chain, grab your flat nose pliers and wrap this around and make it like a barber pole. We talked a lot about this one last night. I also have a video out there that gives you a different angle to see it at. That is called dangle earrings. So you can watch that YouTube if you like and get a better view of it. We are making what is called a cha-cha bracelet, Arden. We're doing a tutorial today. We're going to do that same circle on another dangle. This time, if you guys see, I have it on this side, so I'm going to go on this side of the chain. So I just put it in that center, come around, and then close it up. There we go. And then I got to make sure this is going straight. So when you start getting some weight to the bracelet, sometimes the weight of this pulls it, and it doesn't always sit the best. So you just have to play around and get that going. There we go. Thank you, Tuesday, for the sneaky gnome. I appreciate the gifts. I think the sneaky gnome gift is like really cute on TikTok. Nope, we're not doing a keychain today. We will do a keychain when I get some more of the silicone beads in. We have all kinds of things that we do tutorials on. And one of the things is that even if I've done a tutorial before, I will do it again because we have different people coming in. I know we can watch them on the replay, but sometimes just being able to watch it and ask questions at the same time is beneficial. So if there's something that you guys would like a tutorial on for jewelry making, you just need to let me know and we will get it in the schedule. Thank you, Patty, for the follow. Oh, wow. That's a cool idea. So Tuesday said she saw where someone made a short piece like this in the middle and then used leather straps for it to be on. So you just have like a little bit of it here instead of the whole thing. That would be cool. I just love these bracelets though. And I do them on chain. I have done this same bracelet on stretchy. So what you do there is you make up all of your dangles ahead of time and then do take your normal amount of stretchy and add just a little bit more to it. Oh, well, you have an awesome birthday. I was going to say and so then you just slide them on a little bit longer piece of stretch cord. And I put beads, like I will do a bead, just slide the bead on my stretch cord, add the dangles, and then add a bead every so often. So it can lay and not be so chunky. Because here with the chain, I'm only doing like 2, unless you can't see and you do 3, every so often. And that bead in between just gives you a little bit of space in between. Or else it takes a lot of work to do that one if you do it with 100% only the dangles. All right. Told you guys, this is like sometimes the hardest thing for me to see. And before I had LASIK, I had no problem seeing when I beaded. And it's only because I went with the one I went with. If I didn't do with what I did, I would have to wear like readers all the time, or I would have to wear glasses for distance all the time. I would have had to have chosen which vision. All right, it goes in right there. Also, one thing I was going to tell you guys and gals is that when you make earrings, you want to make sure the top loop is always straight so that it hangs down nicely. On the cha-cha bracelet, because it's always moving, you don't have to be that picky. Good morning, Chris. You're okay, Shoes. So if it's a little bent, it's okay. It's a great way. This is, this is how I learned how to do the dangles, was by making a bracelet like this. I didn't start with the earrings. And it was funny because they said I should have started with the earrings. But this one I liked a little bit better because I didn't have to be perfect at getting them straight. When I went to make earrings, it made me stop and go, okay, those have to be straight. But that's literally what we were doing. And how I learned how to make dangles is I did it with this. It goes in there. I did not put my beads away after I made all my dangles in case I accidentally did a third one on there again. So I wanted to have the beads out. Oh, thank you, Chris. We only have 2, 4, 5. These are the 5 that I added on because I added 5 links. So I got to find the chain link. That's the first one. It is this one. So my chain right now, when I originally did it, would be this plus that. I added 5 because I didn't think it was going to be long enough once I added on my closure even. But I don't know that I'm going to need 5. We'll see here. It might be a little bit big. I can always... Yep. Okay, I will take a look for that then, Chris. Thank you for letting me know. Let's see. That's this one. Whoop. And you have to be careful not to pinch the chain. If you have a non-soldered chain, if you pinch it, sometimes that will open up your chain and then you will lose where you're at. Just to let you know. All right. So what do you all have planned for today? We'll talk while we're getting this one done. We only have about 4 more links. Does anybody have any big plans? Yes, it will. I've got part 1, Patty, out there already. And then part 2 will be out there later today. Aw, thank you. So yes, both parts are going to be out there. One's there already, one will be there, and you can go and watch it when you have time. I am going to look through, hi Sandra. I am going to look through my inventory and see if I have what I have on hand for head pins. and see if we can get that into one of the near future bead sales. Because I think I have some head pins, but I don't know what I have. Hey, Holly, how are you doing? Ooh, there you go. That sounds like a fun day. And I don't know how many head pins I have, so I'm going to do the look for the head pins, because right now, one of my suppliers that I get my head pins from is having a great shipping sale. And so I am going to see if I can get those ordered, if I don't have a lot, which is what I'm suspecting. And I might have made up extra. So we might be good. Okay, we have, oh, nope, I might have just right enough. I have 3 left. And I have 3 links, which the 2 of the 3 need 2, so that would be 4. The last one only needs 1. And I have 5 head pin dangles made up. So I might be at the right amount. And as you get to the end, it gets more difficult because you do not have the extra length of the chain to hold on to. I have not ever sold one of these before. I will tell you that it takes a lot of beads. Each one of these dangles has on it at least 3 beads. Sometimes it's 2 spacer beads and then 1 glass bead. I have different sizes of the glass beads. I have faceted ones, so that makes a difference. If you did it in just like 4, 6, and 8 millimeter non-faceted, I would say with your cost of your head pins, the chain, the closure, that you would probably have about $10 in supplies. I'm just guesstimating there, really a quick estimation. Plus, like for me personally, when I'm not doing it on a live, if I just sit down and just do it, it takes about 2 hours to make the entire bracelet. So that, when I think about it from that aspect, it would be, to me, not an inexpensive bracelet. And I have never made one of these to sell because I have no idea if there's a market for it or not. And I've never asked if there was a market to my customers. I just have never done it. But I love making them for me. So this one is going to be for me. Thanks, Patty, for going there and letting us know. Starting at 40 is what Patty said on TikTok. Oh, hold on. Okay. Sorry, I could do the kit. I could see about doing that. Maybe we'll have to see if I can get a few of them made up for our next subscriber night. Okay. Okay, this is the second to the last. I like that idea. I wouldn't be able to do that. I'm not, I can't fix anything like in our house. That I leave to my husband to do. It's right here is that last link, and I'm like having a hard time grabbing it. There it is. Whew, we got 1 length. Oh, Crystal, don't be sad. Don't be sad at all. Crystal Light Jewelry. If you have YouTube, you can go see it on YouTube. You can get to my YouTube by going to that CJS logo at the top, CJS logo at the bottom. You get to my bio. And in my bio, there is a hyperlink that says Linktree. Tap on that and you can get to my link or to my YouTube. And you will be able to see the replays Okay, there's part 1 is already out there. We did that one last night. Part 2 will be out there later today. After we get done with the live, I change it to public, and then, oh geez, she scared me. And then once YouTube changes it to public, then they just upload it. All right, I'm grabbing my pliers here to help hold this up. This last one here, I only have one, and I make it as a smaller bead as possible. Oh, I would be all about cleaning the car. We have cars that I love doing. What type of necklaces are you talking about, Chris? Do we need to have a chat night and talk about pricing on it? So this one will only have one, and it'll be not as a long one type scenario. All right. Now, to finish this off, I need to find, there it is, there, my split ring plier. The split ring plier has a little doohickey here that comes down that opens your split rings so that you can put them on items. So here, or put items on them. So here, whoops, I didn't get to the edge as much. I'll show you here. See how that opened it up? And then I can grab my closure that I'm going to put on it, which is I'm going to put half of the toggle on it. There. And then grab your flat nose plier and spin it around. Hi, Tina. Whoops, I pushed it off. Thank you, Bama Mom. Whoop, wrong. That was my cutters, not my right pliers. Anybody else do that and grab the wrong plier because you thought you sat it down at that spot and it wasn't the right one? Thank you. I appreciate hearing that. So we've got that split ring on there. The split ring is a 6mm size split ring. Oop. I'm having a hard time getting the split ring on this side. And this is what the tool helps with, because, you know, usually you kill your fingernails when you do it at this point. There we go. Got it on there. I'm glad I'm not the only one. All right. So now we have our other one on here. Now I'm going to grab, I used unsoldered chain when I did this. So that means each one of these links will open up. I need to find the area in the link that has the opening. If you use welded or soldered, you use your split ring pliers to open that split ring up and put it on. But since this one opens, I open it up and I just take my jump ring, or not jump ring, spring ring, split ring, holy buckets, can I not talk, and get that closed up. And when you close this back up, you want it to be right back together, no openings in it. There we go. And now we have half of our toggle on there. Go to the other side. I love having the pliers. I love, 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 love having the pliers. Once I found out about the pliers, I don't open my split rings up with my fingernails anymore. But I will tell you, split ring pliers are all different. There's my opening. So really, truly, to open up that piece of link, to put that on, one comes towards you, one goes away from you, just like you do a jump ring. And then put that on, and then close it up. And work at getting that right next to each other, not overlapping, but closing it up. And that, I'm going to bring you guys up I am just me. I am a human being. As I say, don't you have a pair, Chris? So this is the entire bracelet. I'm going to take off my bracelet and put this one on and show you what it looks like on. And then we can see if I put too many links on it. And I probably did. I might have to, for me, I might need to take a couple of links off. You are just going to get that little yep. Oh, Jody, you did not miss it. Do you know why? You can watch it on YouTube. It's getting hung up. There we go. This is why I say you have to get a little bead on the end. I was getting my bead hung up in there and it wasn't going through. And that is a little bit big for me. So I will take off a couple of pieces of the chain in there because this one is going to be too big. I can take it on and off. Oh, glad you love it. So we can work on that here and I will show you how to do it. I literally am going to open up a piece of the chain using 2 of the flat nose. Just gonna find a spot here. I'm gonna take off that piece. And then I am gonna go and take off, I think about 3. So one's off, there's 2, 3. So I'm gonna open up the 4th one. I didn't need to add on that extra chain, I don't think. I was worried it wasn't gonna be long enough. So then I added it on and then it was too big. Welcome to the world of beading. I just got to find where the opening is at on this link. Whoop, I dropped it. So now I got to find the link again. 1, 2, 3, 4, right there. Found it. Whew. The 4th one I'm opening up. I want to leave the 4th one on there with the dangles. And then come around with the chain here and put these 2 in between. And then put my link the chain in the between them. There we go. And then close it up. So if you have a piece of unsoldered chain, you can get it to the right length for you. Okay. I'll look, Chris, and I can let you know. All right. Now I'm going to try this again. Yes. I needed a little bit of that, but not all of it. I put too much on. Come on, go through. My black one is not as hard to get on as this one is. Come on, go over that loopy. And the reason being too, I just thought of it. I'm going to show you. It was pre-made base chain, Jody. This one, the circle, is bigger than this one. So that's the one thing I forgot to tell you guys, and that is what I needed to tell you. Can you see here on YouTube here that this one is a bigger diameter circle? I use bigger toggles on this one, but this was the only solid silver that didn't have like the, what am I trying to say? That pewter look to it, and I didn't want that on this. There we go. I might have to find a different toggle for it, but I love it. Yep, and the pattern on there. Yep, you got it. All right, I might wear this one today with this shirt. So yeah, and now I'll show you guys what I have for extras. Because I opened up this link. I have these 2, but they're not on the piece of chain. And then I have this piece of chain with some extras on it. So yep, so if you're going to make it for yourself, you can make it to fit your wrist. If you're going to make it to sell, you're going to need to know what their size is and make sure that you're getting it to where they want it to be. And this is still a little bit bigger than I normally wear, but it can go up and be out of my way when I'm typing then, and it can bring it down. I know. We can do it to dance. So yeah, so that is, but see when you're wearing it and you see how these all move and just have, and they do, you will hear that jingle when you wear it. Love it. I'm loving it. All right, I need to take a drink, everybody. Sorry. It's a Dr. Pepper break time. I actually, Jody, for those of you that are wondering, I do have the chains, and you can use any kind of chain that you want. This is the chain that I used to do it with. This chain is from my personal collection. And I don't know that I have another one, so I don't know that I want to break this one apart. Let me double check what I have in my collection. I also need to double check. I think I have it coming still. So I got to check on the chain. But like we were talking about last night, I don't recommend one that is like this. And it's because look at the inner diameter of that chain. It is very small. This one, you are only going to get about one of the dangles on each length of chain. If you want to have something that is really bulky, even bulkier than this one, you can use this style of a chain that has a really big inner diameter. So we're looking at the inside of that circle. This one, you're going to get like 6 of the dangles on it. The one that I'm using is this one. And you can get 2 to 3. Some of these I have 3 of them on this one even. So yeah, so it all depends on your inner diameter. So let me see if I can get them all to show you here together so you can see the differences side by side. Let me see. He is almost done. Let's see if I can get them here. So you see how the inner diameters are different between the 3 chains? And that makes a difference of how full it will be. So, and you can use welded chain. You can use, hey, I pulled this completely off of there. You can use unsoldered or unwelded chain. I used unwelded. So it doesn't matter. You can use sterling silver. You could use stainless steel. You can use the plated. You can use the gold filled. You can use any type of chain that you want. You can use a gunsmetal chain even. It just changes instead of, like our center here is silver. You can't really see it, but it will flash every once in a while you're wearing it. So incorporate with your beads that you're doing with what color of chain that you really like. I love silver. If you notice when I wear my jewelry, my earrings are silver. My ring from my husband is silver. A lot of my rings that I wear on this hand are silver. Today I just have a hematite one on. So it's not my norm that it's not silver. A lot of my necklaces are silver. It's just who I am that I like silver. So you get to use whatever color of chain that you want, whatever style of chain you want. It's really your preference and how thick you want to make it. The chain that I used was a cable chain. So they were asking on YouTube what type of chain it is or what the name of the chain. It is a cable chain. There are chains that are like the paper clip chain. You can use that too. And it's all about like the shape of the chain type scenario. You can use either. And as part of being a beader, the one thing that we have to do when we're done is that we need to clean up. And I'm losing my pliers here. Hold on. So I am going to put away a few of the tools off of my table. And I know I could just leave these dangles and use them on something else, but I don't know when I'm going to use them. So I'm just going to cut them apart. And that's my choice to do. You guys could use them on something else. They are not the same for all of them. So therefore, I couldn't make a pair of earrings out of them. if I had done them, the last one that I showed, which one are you talking about there, Chris? Are you talking this one here, the textured chain here? I had that in stock, but we sold it out the other night, and I am getting more of it in stock. And we talked about last night that I need to order, I usually get about 50, what will be 50 meters of it. And I need more than the 50, I think, to fulfill everybody's requests. Thank you for the Community Fest gift. So, oh, that goes there. These go there. So, and I'm going to put away my beads while I'm talking to you too. Because that's the one thing that as jewelry makers, and I'll talk to you, Chris. I will message you. I'll reply to your email and let you know how much that would be. Okay. That I used to not clean up my beading area as often. And, that made it a mess. And I lived in like this chaos of beading mess, and I couldn't create as much because I had too much of a mess on my desk. I got overwhelmed. So for me personally, I have to clean my beading area off all the time. Not everybody is like that, just to let you know. So it's just who I am, and that's why I'm cleaning it up. I used, hold on, I'm going to look it up and I will let you know the exact size of the cable chain. I was guessing last night, but I'm like, I shouldn't be guessing. I should say what size it is. So hold on while I look it up. Okay. It is a 4x6 millimeter size link. Yep, I did. I will talk to you just a second about it. So 4x6 millimeter link, the thickness of the chain is 1 millimeter. Some people can create in a messy environment like that. I just can't. I start getting overwhelmed. So, yes, I did do the cha-cha bracelet already, but the directions for it will be out on YouTube. So you will be able to see that, and you will be able to create it based upon that. Oops, those two go there. Just have a couple more to cut off here, and then we're going to put them back in their containers. There. And you're welcome. And to get to my YouTube on TikTok, it is in my bio. To get to the bio, do the CJS logo at the top, which stands for CarolJo's. And then go to the CJS logo at the bottom. That will take you to my bio. And in my bio, there is a Linktree hyperlink. Tap on that and then scroll to the bottom of the list. And that will take you to my TikTok or my YouTube. And then you can just go there and watch them. You can subscribe to me there. And then you would be able to see all the videos that we do on the lives. If you miss one, you would be able to get it. If you turn on notifications, you'll be notified when I have something posted. I haven't been posting videos as much lately as I used to. I've been averaging only about one a week. Sorry, for even my one short and maybe one of the normal length ones. And it's just because we have had so much going on with having Buttercup. So I literally am putting away my beads. So I put my beads on the side in my little containers in the order that they were on my bead mat so that they could be put away very easily. Oh, you're welcome, Chris. I'm here to help you guys out. You guys know that. If you've watched me, you will know I love sharing what I know about jewelry making with you. I love having the talk times where we can talk about it. So, yeah, okay. So in the middle of my live last night, not the one for my tutorial, but in the bead sale live that I had yesterday, Buttercup, which the granddaughter, came and scared the ever-living bejeebies out of me, and she planned it. She like literally told my husband Ryan that he needed to be quiet and open and close doors very quiet so I wouldn't know they were in the house. And she got all the way upstairs because we have a multi-level house and I'm on the top level with this. And she scared me to death almost. I screamed and I made everybody else jump. And then they just sat and laughed at me. So yes, that's what happened yesterday. Buttercup got me. Oh, thank you. I just like having processes, and everybody at work jokes around about me, at my full-time job, about me and my processes, but it helps everything just go faster if I have processes. So literally, because they were all set out, I've picked up all my beads. Now I just need to put them in my tray. Yep, we did, Rachel. It's this. That is the finished bracelet. So Rachel just joined and she's asking, did we finish the bracelet? We did. I can't believe it. Because I did a lot of it offline, it didn't take me as long to finish it today. But that is what we got. I love it. So I'm going to wear it today with this shirt. We have I was asking everybody what your guys' plans are. Our plan is we are going to have a family get together. My aunt and uncle don't live too far away, but one of my cousins lives in Washington State, which if for those of you that don't know me, I live in South Dakota. So they flew in and we are going to have a family get together with one of my aunts and uncles and my cousins from that family, my sister and I. So yeah, but this is what we did. You're very, very welcome for... I really enjoy making these. I mean, I could even wear this one today, too. Either one will go with this shirt. But that's what we've got for... This was you guys saw this bracelet multiple times and asked. I have never sold one of these. I literally have made... I have made them for myself. I've done them in different ways. I've done them on the chain. I've done them on the... stretchy cord. I've also used fishing swivels and made one with fishing swivels. I have no idea. You guys are going to laugh. Yes, Buttercup was a really sneaky little girl last night. But you guys keep asking, and you guys have asked me about pricing, and I just don't know where to price these at. Yep, a fishing swivel. I will go get that bracelet. Hold on. Just give me a minute. We got some time. But I got to get to my bedroom to get it. So hold on. Okay. I got it. So this is the one with the fishing swivels. So you see how you have, and then you have you put dangles on them and then connect them all together. So you connect this fishing swivel. So what I did is I made up all of my dangles and then started putting I would put half of the clasp on one end and then add a fishing swivel and then add all the dangles on that one. And then I add another fishing swivel and added the dangles that I wanted on that one. And just going around. I have no idea what I would price these at. But this is my fishing swivel bracelet. But my clasp does not match my swivels. And you know, I've had it that way. I couldn't find swivels that were silver and black. And then this one, Buttercup found on my, and I have not worn this one in a long time, but she found this one on my, where I have all my bracelets at in my bedroom. And this one is actually made with the macrame square knot. And I made this one and I've made it for gifts, but I can't remember how to make it. So I need to figure that out. See, and it uses a button closure. I'm like, I've got to probably ask somebody who does more macrame to help me remember. I remember there, and I can't remember how many we have in the center, but it is multiple strands of the macrame cord, and it is what is the, oh, I can't think of what it is, what it's called. I'll think about the cord that we used. And then you take and you make the strands in the middle, you take one up and you make a loop on each one of the strands, and then you then tie a knot to keep those in place. And then you go to the next one. And so I just don't remember how many loops we had in the center of it, or how many strands we had in the center to make those loops. So, and I've thought about the bead store that I worked at when we learned how to make these, and I taught how to do this. That's what's funny, is I've taught people how to make this bracelet even. The guy that was the manager there, I'm about ready to contact him and go, how many was it? Do you remember? And see what he says. But yeah. And you know, I just have to say, South Dakota is a small state. I mean, yes, we have a lot of land, but there's not even 1 million people that live in South Dakota. So think of it that way. But the guy who was my manager at the bead store that taught me a lot of all my jewelry making, him and his wife bought a house that happened to be next door to Val's grandparents. And they didn't even know each other before their transaction. And I'm like, he posted pictures of the yard, and I'm like, hold it, you're right next door to, I believe, this name. And he's like, yeah. So yeah, small world. I can't remember if it was, I'm thinking it was more than 2 in the center to get it that full though, Chris. I think that was the thing. So the outer 2 have to be like twice as long or 3 times as long as the inner ones. And I can't remember if we did, for some reason, 3 or 5 is in my head. So that's why I was going to ask him what it was. So yeah, so that just really truly tells you South Dakota is a small place. When you have the 6 degrees of separation of Kevin Bacon type scenario, in South Dakota, it's like 3 degrees from someone else in South Dakota. Sorry, I digress there. But I want to sometime show you guys how to make this one. I just got to remember how to do it. But I made this one probably, oh dear, I've been with my husband for 17 years. I've been doing jewelry for 19. I was going to say, I probably 18 years ago is when I made this one. So literally, it has been a long time since I've made this bracelet. So, all right. I will let you guys know that I do not have next week's schedule planned out yet. I want to, Tuesday. I will tell you about mood ring or mood beads in just a second, Tuesday. So we have the start of one of our kids that plays baseball, his playoffs. I need to get the schedule from him so I know when we can go to his games and schedule around. What I want to have next week is I want to have one chat time. I want to have one time for tutorial and one bead sale day. And maybe try to see if I can get jewelry sale back in the mix of things. So it would be 3 to 4 times live next week. I just don't know the dates. It will be posted on my Facebook page, my Facebook group, and I will do the snippet of the and make a photo for YouTube, or not for YouTube, but for TikTok, because YouTube doesn't allow photos. So I'm trying to figure out what to do for YouTube so that I can get the schedule out there for you guys. So charm sale will probably be the second week of August, I think. Is when I have it out there for. And it will be on Saturday. I do have for charms, just to let everybody know, those of them that are not here are going to be sad not to hear the news. I do have in New York. I do have in Illinois, I believe it was. And I have Kansas and I have Texas. I have Texas charms. I don't know if I have enough Texas charms though. I ordered 50 and I'm hoping that'll be enough. But if we need to get more, I can. Thank you. So, yep. So, charm sale, next one will be the second Saturday of August, I believe is when I'm scheduling that one for. And then we have some new charms that I got coming in. I have some new ones that will be here before that sale too. So, we're going to have a lot of new ones that Saturday, and we still have to get through some of them that we have. I'm not sure if I have any Colorado left, Chris. I would have to look. So that's what we've got for upcoming schedules. I need ideas for tutorials. So if anybody has something that they would like for me to do as a tutorial, you can put it in the chat. You can message me or email me. So that's what we've got going on. I am going to hop off and go get lunch for Buttercup. And we will have a great Saturday. We're going to go have fun this afternoon, but I will do some of the invoicing and getting it ready, but invoices will not go out until tomorrow, just to let y'all know. So we will see you later. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. And as always, remember, you can go see it on, it's over here on my phone. That's why I'm pointing that way. You can always go see the replay on YouTube. Thank you. Bye, everybody. Thanks, Chris. Bye.